Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today we're going to be playing with the Cut Above Layout Kit from January of 2023. It's a really fun kit. We did the blue page the other day. Today we're going to be working with the pink page. It's really fun, so let's get scrapping. So here is a big picture of the original layout. It's really quite cute. The birds don't work for what I'm doing, but they did give me an idea about what would work for me, which, yeah, I know, sounds kind of twisted, right? I ended up cutting out some flamingos. So when we were in Vegas, gosh, I don't remember when we went to Vegas, but it was this last year. We were at the Flamingo hotel, and they have the birds there and stuff, the flamingos and the ducks and swans. And so I ended up cutting out, aren't these cute? They will be on the cut file because they are Cricut files. And I think with Cricut Access, you get them free, of course, because I got them free. So that's what I'm assuming, or it's just something you get. But they are so cute. So these will be on there. I did end up cutting, okay, so on one of the papers, and I'll show it a little better. I cut this much off of each side because I wanted to keep the big circle on this paper. As you can see, there's a big circle right here. And this page doesn't have it. So when I was cutting the papers, I cut them in a way so that I could use it for cutting out the flamingos. I did use, what was it, Ballerina cardstock on this as well. And then I ended up cutting this big circle. So this one is kind of a yellowish, maybe even a honey butter tone. And this one, of course, is not. This is raspberry. And I've got background elements here. And I'm going to add a little stamping to this and this, as well as the background here, because I feel like it needs a little pop. And this was the way I was feeling it was going to happen. I don't know why. But I've got an extra mat here, and I'm trying to remember kind of the areas that I was thinking. But you know what? I'm just going to go around all the edges here and just add some, because it's going to cover up some of it, but the parts that I want to have it on here will at least have it. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in the center. Yeah, that should be plenty. So I've got some just little elements around that. I know it looks kind of funky right now. And then on this one, I want just some at the top. There we go. Okay. I'm going to kind of close this up and leave this on this mat and move it aside. Not onto my mouse. Let's see here. As my husband says, move the little cursor. It's called a cursor, I think, away from the stop record button, but I never do it. I always leave it on it. Okay, so I've got these pictures. This is of the flamingo, like kind of an entrance or one of the entrances. And then we've got this, it's a black swan who is eating some lettuce. This turtle was just everywhere. It was such a cool turtle. The water wasn't the greatest looking. Like, as you can see, it's kind of greenish. Yuck. But according to my daughter, who has ducks, she says that there's a reason why they're called fowl. So I'm like, okay. She says, yeah, so they clean out their water tank for their ducks constantly. And the minute that they go in there, she's like, it's disgusting. But we have some flamingos back here, and we've got Miranda. And so these are the pictures I want to put on this side. I know quite a bit of pictures, right? And then over here, we've got Jason and Miranda with, here's with the flamingos, and here's with a rock with the flamingo on it. I don't remember. I think there was ducks going around in there. So just two pictures of those. But as you can see, it's kind of, just a basic background. So over here, I wanted to add another circle. I know it seems kind of weird to put another circle because it looks odd here, but trust me, I was really happy with how it was kind of playing out. So I was going to put that there, Miranda here, and this. And I matted all the pictures onto black. The original layout just has white, but I felt like my pictures kind of got lost. So I incorporated this black into it, and they really stand out. So I thought that was kind of nice. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. See how it's got this just a little bit of something, something, something. And then I've got these two. So I've got the swan up there and that. And then I've got these little tabs. And I thought that was kind of cool to put tabs and kind of put these at different angles. So I'll kind of play with that a little more. I've got this scallop circle, which I wanted to cut, but I decided not to. I did cut all the way around these stickers. So we've got that one, and we've got this one. And I wanted to make sure that we could see that. And then I thought the flamingo right here, tucked in here, looked kind of cool. I just liked it. I was kind of playing with it, and that's where I thought it kind of worked. And then I thought maybe some of these little leaves here and a flower, possibly. So this is kind of my idea over here. I do not have this tacked down at all. And then on this side, I've got Jason and Miranda. Jason and Miranda, I mean, it's pretty much just them on these. And I thought that looked kind of cool having that little yellow or honey butter circle up there. And it has one fine day. And let's see here, I want to move this stuff down a smidge. And I thought over the top of that, just putting one fine day around that. And then this right here, and we've got this little flower, and I think I'll pop that. And then I thought up here, just this little heart. That's it. That's pretty much what I came up with. So I also thought maybe some splatters up here, some splatters here and here. But now that I'm looking at it, I think there's plenty of splatter. I don't think I want to do anything. I might, though, take the, where is it? Where did I set it? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I put it over here. I might take this ink and ink around this edge. I think that would give me the extra color I was kind of looking for. So let me grab, there we go. Okay, let's shove all that stuff off. I'm glad I didn't ink or put this down now. Yeah, I think just a little hint of ink on this one will be good. Not a lot, just a little. Which is why I'm using the dauber. I feel it gives me a little more control on these. Yeah, I like the amount of ink with this. It's not overdone. But it's going to give me that look of a different color on that edge that I think will be just perfect. Okay. Grab some glue dots. Oh, two. This must be from that one page layout I did the other day. Add that. I know some people do them in corners. I have found that this is the area that works best for me. So with that, you do you. You do what's best for you. I will say though, these little flamingos that I cut out and assembled are adorable. This one probably could have been a little bit bigger, but I still really like it. And it's by the same person, so you'll see that on the cut file. There was another one that I was looking at. Oh, this one also had a crown on its head, and I did cut that off because I didn't feel like a crown was, if I was doing a baby album or something, maybe the crown. But doing a bird kind of visit, I don't think needs a crown. Okay, almost done with this bit. Let's close up this ink before I get it all over me. And I'll bring out, this is the other one I was debating using. I think he's so cute. And this is using pretty much all of this paper for it. So it turned out really cute. And let me grab the birds. So these are the birds that come with the kit. They're just not birds that we saw. If we'd gone to the Tropicana, I don't know if that's even still around. I remember they had lots of birds. And then this one right here, she has this little crown of flowers. But I also I don't know, just didn't feel like I wanted that on my layout. So I'm omitting that one. Let me grab 2 more of these little glue dots. And we'll get this down. And this should be a pretty quick layout because of the fact that I already matted all the pictures. I really do feel like the embellishments and the pictures take the longest. Getting the background paper down is usually pretty easy. Okay, let's focus on this side. So let's see here. Let me look up. I think that does okay. It might actually be too plain. Maybe I'll put those together there and those together so that you don't see where the yellow ends or the honey butter. And then separate that a little more. Let's look. Yeah, that could work. So I think the only thing I wasn't really liking was seeing the middle of this. Okay. So I'm going to put this down first. On the original layout, it circles here, and I was actually going to try doing like that because I thought that looked kind of cool. And then I moved over to this one, so let's see how close I can go. I am not cutting close around these letters, though. I wonder if I could do... I might actually like that better. I might like that better. We'll see. I'm going to take those off for a sec. And if I do that, I don't have to be as conservative up here. I can move this up and kind of center my pictures a little more, which I tend to like. Okay. I'm just going to wing it. Let's see here. Eyeball it where it looks like it's centered. There we go. And eyeball this one too. And if it's wildly off, we just have to turn our head a little bit. And it looks, I'm not going to push down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I do want to get some pop tape for this one. And I don't want it to sink in the middle. Actually, I think I only need the pop tape in the middle. Because of the fact that that is going to make it kind of level with the pictures, which is what I wanted. Okay, and then we've got this flower. I'm going to add some pop tape to it. I really like the height of this pop tape. I cannot stress that enough. It's a really nice height. It's not too much. I feel good about putting multiple layers on a layout because it's not overly, I'm going to put one in the center, because it's not overly tall. And let's see, I'm going to put one on the little flamingo's head and grab my glue. Put a little bit down here. There we go. I don't know who that lady is right there, so the flamingo's okay to go over her. And I left the stickers on the paper as I cut around them. Okay. I want to see a little bit of the blue, but I'm not as like, oh, I have to see this blue. Because there's quite a bit of blue on the borders here. And that'll all be on the cut files as well. I decided to just do it. Oh, I really like that. I like this grouping right here because it's just sweet. It's just very, very sweet. So well, let's see here. If we do this one fine day. And then got the heart. Not loving the heart. Let me add some color to it and see if that brightens up my like of it. Oops. Well, definitely is better. Okay, this is totally not even. But let's hope for the best. Let's see. That looks actually pretty good. I normally would, well, you know, I don't like a lot of the white. But I think that heart up there looks kind of sweet too. And I'll put a little pop tape on it to give it a little bit more oomph, as my mom would say. Okay. I like that. I'm very pleased with that. And it was very quick, wasn't it? We are at 15 minutes. And I talked for a bit about the papers too. So didn't take very long. I mean, of course, matting the photo, picking the photos out, matting the photos is always going to take quite a bit of time because you've got to kind of, you know, decide on things. Especially when you're doing a smaller layout, it's a little harder to kind of narrow down if you don't want like 10 pages of the same thing. And I want just one layout for each event. So I have to go through the pictures and I just kind of go on my computer and write down. In fact, let me see where I've got it. These are my notes for our Vegas trip. So we had a candy store. I've got the Flamingo Hotel. I've Chippendale workers. We've got some pictures of Miranda. I think there's a picture floating around of me with the Chippendale guys too. Them at the pool. Hotel. I had lobby here, but then I had a picture outside of the hotel. So I'm not sure how those are going to go down. I've got when we went over to the Paris hotel, the Circus Soleil show. I didn't have, of course, pictures inside there, but I do have pictures outside of there. M&M Factory, and then Caesar's Mall. So I just kind of write down the pictures I'm thinking about, and then I go and just do a group print. Little insight into my insight. Those are my inner workings. So like I said, I just thought this kind of looked cool, and it kind of popped it a little more. And it's bringing in this pink from over here. And even though this one does a little bit, I just thought this kind of did quite a bit more. I'm going to ink around that. Since I have ink on this layout, putting extra touches of ink places. In fact, maybe I should have done that in ink too, but it's all good. And this is why I don't ink that often, because once I start inking, I'm like, oh, everything has to have ink. Let's put this little guy down. Just kind of in the corner. There we go. I'm going to put Miranda's pictures down because I wasn't going to put anything with these pictures, so they aren't as dire to be in like a set place. I think I'll center those. Yeah, then I see a little more there. Might screw myself up for up top here, but you know, we'll be okay. Again, this is why I don't ink that often. Okay, and I did know I wanted to put some ink on these just because when you tear them out, they kind of have these little white specks on top, and those aren't things I can cut. So putting the little bit of ink on it kind of cleans up those little lines. Let me add some adhesive to those. Do I have adhesive on the back of this? Nope. I really like this scallop circle. I really like it. Okay, so I've got those. I'm going to add this last pop dot to her little head. and pull out another sheet. Okay, got it. Okay, so we've got, let's just kind of set this here, and then here, here, and here. That looks pretty good. Maybe even pull that up a little higher. Pull her up a little higher so she can see her. And I did ink, I don't know if I said that, I inked that paper in Flamingo because it is using a lot of this paper. I wanted it to stick out a little more. Okay, and that should leave me the ability to put these up here. Where'd the other duck go? Or the swan? I know, I keep wanting to call that a duck, and it is a swan. It does have a long neck. Okay, I think I like that. Okay, looks good. I'm going to pull this out and put this one in, and then pull things out and put them in. Okay. I like that sticker, or that scallop. I like the pattern on it, but I do like a good polka dot. And that is a good polka dot. It's just got a lighter pink polka dot on it, and it's nice. Might have cut this too well. Let's see if I can get this backing off. Or if we resort to tape. Got it off. Okay, now I just need to kind of stay within the parameters of the page. A lot of times that's one of my biggest problems, because I want to have it, you know, like whoosh, and it kind of goes off the page. Okay. Okay, I want to keep that from going completely down. And let's put the, oops, didn't put these on. Let's put this picture up in here. And maybe there and there. Yeah. Okay. I know. I have to build in weird patterns right now in order to get what I really want going. It always amazes me, though, just the simplest of colors. Now, I did try out raspberry as a background on these, and what was the other color I pulled out? Oh, flamingo. It did not look great. And so I was then thinking, oh, do I do like a craft? And I'm like, no, that's not the right way to go on this one. And then I saw the black, and I was like, oh, it's a black one. And so I hope you guys don't think that I overuse black, but I think, like I said, it really pulls out the pictures and shows the joy in the pictures. You know, you can see the details more. And that's what I want when I have a layout. I want people to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's a cute flamingo. But I also want them to look at the pictures and enjoy the pictures. So I have multiple goals when I'm doing a layout. And I think using the black on this one really accomplishes it. And I just liked these tabs, and so I was trying to figure out what would be the best way to use them, and I think that looks kind of cool. I kind of went the opposite way of what I originally thought I was going to do. That's all good. Let's see if I can get this. Maybe I put this down in here instead. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'll put it down here and put that flower right there, because I don't really want to cover up these big flamingos. They're cool. This was a really cool area. And it was nice that they had this place you could just walk into and see all these wonderful birds. And the turtle. Can't forget the turtle. He is cool. Okay, we'll get a little pop tape for this one. Or I should say a big pop tape, because that's what I have out. And there we go. Oops. So, like I said before, these birds are they're cute birds. If you've got a parrot or you've gone someplace where there's parrots, it would be good. But when I was thinking about putting them here and here. I just thought they kind of didn't fit, especially since I've got the flamingos. But it was really nice that it drove me to think about what I wanted to use this layout for, and it ended up being the Flamingo Hotel. So that was cool. It gave me my purpose for this layout. So here's what I did. I really like this. I'm really happy with it. And I love this flower. It's beautiful. And there we go. So I hope you had fun. Thank you for coming to play. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.